Hey guys, ILene Vick here for Teaching About Coloring with ILene Vick. It is Sunday, July 11th at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I am live. So good to see everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. Welcome as always to my Facebook peeps. There we go. I can see you, Maddie. So glad you guys can join in the room so we can chat and talk and laugh and have a good time. Yes, Maddie, I can see your text. Thank you. Yes, Miss Wanda, welcome. Alrighty, and welcome to all my lurkers on Facebook who watch this live presentation. But don't chat in the room. That's okay, but we love to hear from you. We really do. Zoom out. And welcome to all my YouTube peeps as well. Love to have you guys watch. Thank you so much for following me on YouTube. Okay guys, so I'm messing around with this. Oh, I know, some people just aren't chatters. But just in case they have questions. So this is all done in alcohol with a little bit of pencil. Zoom out. And this book is Fantasia by Nicholas Chandrayanta. Chandrayanta. That's the pronunciation I'm going with. Love this book. Pearly, welcome. So that's what I'm working on right now, just to play around with it. You know me, I always have to be coloring something. I love how it's turning out. And I will be doing this piece for you. Okay. Zoom out. Alright, so I've been showing you these pieces. We've been working on the sunset and the patio scene. Sandy, hello. Sandy DeSanto has entered the room. And I'm also working on the picnic table. And you guys have been telling me that you're really enjoying it. And then I've been puttering around with my stained glass piece as well. Oh, I haven't seen the Victorian lady. I'll have to look. Okay. I got Happy Mail today. Sounds like Pearl did a good job on her Victorian lady. I'll definitely have to look. Okay, so this is an oldie but goodie. I actually got it for $8. I'm just going to do a really quick page turn on this. And truth be told, I actually purchased this book basically because of one image, but of course there are others that I like. Now, the only thing that doesn't really thrill me about this book is that it's got all this little wonky stuff in here, but that's okay. I have some ideas for coloring around that. But I love the main pictures, so we're in good shape with that. Ashley, love this butterfly. This is Kirby's one of his earlier books. Let me look real quick and see if there's a copyright on it. First published in Great Britain in 2016. So I just wanted to show you that this is now in our coloring book library. And for those of you not familiar with it, it gets a scene going here for you. Rubik's Cube. I love this one. We can do something interesting with the spider web, of course. And I love the mechanical bugs. They'll be fun to do. Reminiscent of the cat that we just did. Half mechanical, half real. Hello to anybody that I missed. I think this is pretty cool, being right close. And Kirby left this area open if anybody wants to doodle in it. And actually, I may do that just to play around with it and show you guys. So cute stuff, cute stuff. Pearl, I don't know if anybody's done a whole book of double pages. Oh, you mean like this? Published a whole book of double pages? Okay. Yeah, and the color time lapse on YouTube has done all the pages in Kirby's books. This is why I bought the book. I really want to do this mechanical man. I think he would be so much fun with all the shading in it. Ashley, do the group a favor and look up that YouTube and post it in the group, please. Just put per my request. That way people can take a look at it. Love the anchor and the timepiece. We've seen other pieces like this. Oh, matched pages is what you meant, Pearl. Okay. Yeah, Ashley, just be sure that I said that I asked you to do that. And the reason I'm doing that, Ashley, is I don't want people to think that anyone is posting behind my back, which I never think that. But people get really weird sometimes. So again, this is an older book, but it's an oldie but goodie. Oh, Wanda, you've done the jellyfish. Yeah, these are pages that are going to take a while. This one I have mixed feelings about because this is nothing but weird doodles. This one really doesn't float my boat. But that doesn't mean anything. If it floats your boat, have at it. Love this whale. I think what I'm inclined to do is, when I'm coloring a page, is color the realistic stuff and leave the wonky stuff uncolored. You know, like these little ghosty things. I don't know. We'll see. So again, guys, I'm just showing you this because it's in our library now. And then this one says complete the feathers. Beautiful fox. There is some weird stuff in here. Good grief, Kirby. Ugh. I think the challenge would be, if you don't like the wonky stuff, the challenge would be to color it in such a way to make it look really cool. Love this horse. I could see definitely using my etching knife on this, my slice, for the fur. Hair. Horses have hair. Okay. And then this is just the little hunt stuff that's in the back, and then this is all the answers. So, plus it shows all the little pages in detail. Excuse me. There you go, Wanda. You could black out some of it. Yeah. I love the way you think, Wanda. Oh, that's sticking together. So interesting. All right, guys. So we have this book now. Okay. You guys just never know what I'm going to come up with. All right. This is Hello Autumn. This is what I've been working on in the different techniques. And by the way, guys, I'm dealing with a minor ear infection. So if I get too loud or too soft, let me know. This too shall pass. All right, let's play. Set timer for 1 hour, 45 minutes.
Okay, 1 hour and 45 minutes and counting.
All right, guys, so I've been working back and forth. I love how this is turning out. I hope that, oh, I'm fine, guys. It's just wax issues. I have eardrops. You guys are the best, thank you. It's just plugged, so I'm sounding weird to myself. So you guys saw the little boat that I put in here. Zoom in. Zoom in. And I popped in a few birds. Been doing the skies for you. We played around with the roof. Zoom out. And I hope you guys have been picking up some techniques. Now, remember, for all of you that are new, if you have any suggestions, thank you, Wanda. If you have any suggestions while I'm coloring, I have absolutely no problem with that. I want you guys to put on your thinking caps when we're coloring, and if you come up with ideas, that's cool. All right. Oh, and that reminds me, just in case I forget, my promise to you now is that I will color according to what you guys want for colors. Zoom in. So just for fun, that'll be a totally directed picture. And we can play around with it. And I think the way that I'll do that is we'll do like a majority rules type thing. And whatever suggestion is the most popular, that's the one I'll do. Wanda, I briefly saw your picture that you're working on, and it looks gorgeous. Really nice. Okay, so I'm working on my plants here. And what I'm going to do, oh, actually, we're not voting on anything right now. What I just said was that one of these pictures coming up, I am going to do it 100% directed by you guys. And whatever suggestion is the most popular, that's the one that I will do. So I need to know, would you guys be interested in me doing that? Oh my. Hi, Rebecca. Rebecca! Hello, Gina. Gina Papadimitrio. Gina, good to see you, sweets. Thank you. I'm glad you like the reflection. So I need you guys to tell me whether you would be interested in me doing a broadcast where you guys completely control the way I color it. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Hold on. Excuse me. Zoom in. Oh, I'm bouncing around. All right. Maddie says, I bet Helen would. Uh-huh. Yeah. I don't know. You guys don't seem too keen on the idea. Would be fun, but probably drive you crazy. No, it wouldn't. Uh-uh. Not at all, actually. Yep, Helen comes up with some excellent ideas. Unfortunately, sometimes she does it when I'm working on something else. Okay, got a little spot in here. Well, I know that you've picked colors for me before, but that's just been on one or two items. I'm talking like full picture. All right, let's get these green leaves in here. Sandy says it would be fun. Whoop. So you're gonna have to, what you're gonna have to do is forego one broadcast of coloring. All right, let me get some of this straightened out and blended. So Sandra, this is when I'm using my blender pencil and not my white pencil or any other color to smooth out my leaves. La-da-dum. Jerry wants popcorn? Okay. Pearl says Jerry wants popcorn. Oh, Sandy says she got some new coloring books today. What'd you get? Okay, so what I want you guys to see now is I'm going through and I'm taking care of business. My areas behind the flowers and the leaves. You got Christmas Magic, a couple from Teresa Goodrich, and a couple of Grayscale. Okay. Now, the thing that I want you to see in doing this is that filling in the detail now, such as these flowers, are going to really help you with your additional color choices. Oh, you got them off the Amazon? Oh, our affiliate list. Great. Yeah, the major retailers are not really carrying them anymore like they did a few years back. Okay. Now, the thing that I like about doing these little details is it's these little details that really make the piece look good. Zoom out. Zoom out. So now the question is, do we want to make these different colors or do we want to make them all one? And I am inclined to go with different colors. So I'm using my water-based markers. And the thing that you want to keep in mind when you choose your colors is that you've got a lot of reds and golds in the top portion of your piece. All right. And what I'm thinking with this is if I go with just one color, it won't give me an option then to be varied with my furniture color. But by choosing different colors now, that opens the door for me to color my furniture to be close to what the flowers are. Does that make sense? So if you ever have a piece that you're doing and you want to introduce a new color into that piece, something like flowers are a good way to do it. And the other thing that I want you to keep in mind as well is you have to decide what you want to showcase in your piece. If you want your flowers to but to be in the background, then this is where you're going to want to use your darker colors. And I want you to think about these things. So for what I'm doing right now, I want this to be backgroundish. Pearly is back. So, does that comment make sense, guys? All right, let me touch these up a little bit. Clarissa. Hello. Now, the other thing too that you want to watch, and I don't want to make this complicated because it's not. I just want you to think about it. So, I'm being cognizant of where, for example, I'm placing my orange flowers. Do you want them towards the outside? Or do you want them clustered in the center? And again, that's a matter of looking at what's around it. Now, don't complicate this. And I don't want to hear anybody say, oh, I'm nervous about where I should place what. Please don't be. Zoom in. And this is where you're going to find out if you missed the pieces of your tree here behind your flowers. Does what I'm saying about these flowers make sense to everybody? Or is it confusing? Now, here's an example where I'm putting this purple flower. I wouldn't have put blue right here because my water is blue and that's right behind this. Zoom out. Zoom out. Pearl says, would you believe I purchased some flavored popcorn Krispy Kreme? Jerry says it's addicting. Hi, Dorothy. Dorothy says, hi, everyone. Just checking for a while. Just had a great grandson born here in Ohio this morning. Oh, yay. Oh. How cool is that? congratulations, a new baby. What's the grandson? What's the name? Zoom in. Okay, guys, dark gray. At the base of the flowers, at the base of the leaves. And now we've got that variance in light and dark. Lewis. Oh, Dorothy, I bet you can't wipe that smile off your face, can you? Zoom in. And Dorothy, how sweet of you to come into the group and tell us. Oh, Lucas or Lewis? Lucas. Lukas. Okay, gotcha. Oh, Sandy. She says, I'm going to be a grandma for the first time this October. My daughter is having a boy. Oh. How cool is that? That's right. Welcome to Lucas. Oh, Luca. Luca. Okay, now so not Lucas, Luca. Luca. Okay. So it's Luca. No S. All right, Grandma, get on the ball here. Zoom in. Okay, so here's where I'm putting the darker color at the base. And that's giving us lots of depth and dimension on these leaves. Anybody have any question about that? And if you need to touch up your flowers with your colors, do that as well. And then we'll have everything clearly defined. Zoom out. zoom out. And of course, the other thing that you want to make sure that there's no little gaps in there, and sometimes that happens with marker, that you'll have a lighter spot and a darker spot. So touch those up as well, please. Okay. Zoom out. So here are the flowers in the context of the whole thing, okay? Again, I could have made them brighter. I chose to make make them darker. And remember too that when you're coloring something like these posts here, you want to take into consideration what you're going to do up front. Okay. Oh, that's much better. There you go. Let me know if that's too dark, guys. Okay, so I want to show you a little correction that I'm going to do, because this has been bugging me no end. Let me clean this off. All right, everybody see the tops of these supports. Zoom in. Zoom in. Zoom in. Anybody see anything wrong with that? I'll get to the lattice work in a minute. All right, let me not make this worse. And maybe it's only me, but this abrupt ending of this wood piece straight across is driving me crazy. So I'm going to, you're right, so in what Rhonda is saying, it doesn't have an anchor, right? Now, maybe it's just me being stupid, but it's been bugging me. And if you have something on your piece that bugs you like that, fix it. You guys see where I'm going with this? All right, I'm gonna let that dry before I do anything. Zoom out. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna angle the posts to make it look like they're going up through the ceiling and supporting the roof. Okay, lattice work. Wanda, what are your thoughts? Well, anyone, what are your thoughts on the lattice work? I have my ideas, but I want to hear from you guys. Throw some thoughts at me, guys. Okay, let's see. Light blue. Match with the tree colors. Yeah, white's not going to cut it, you're right. Okay. Maddie says she doesn't know. Pearl says match with the tree colors. Okay, good. And again, I will say this a bazillion times. There's really, it's what you want to do with it. There is no definitive right or wrong answer. Zoom in. Zoom in. So, along with what Wanda is saying, I'm thinking of a light wood color. Oh, there's a thought. A nice gray. Okay, I popped in this gold. before Pearl made her suggestion, but I'm going to play up the gray on it. Gray to match the ceiling, which is actually purple, but yeah. Zoom out. So I'm going to use my etching knife to give our wood a little bit of character. Zoom in. Again, notice how the etch marks now are picked up with the markers. Zoom in. How pretty. Zoom out. And what I'm also going to do now too is I'm going to match that wood color with the legs on the globe. And again, you can see how these etch marks are picked up. And I am also going to make, yeah, that's what I'm going to do as well. Wanda. Your other option would be a silver color. Isn't that beautiful? You're right, great minds. And now I'm going to take a little bit, I'm going to use a dark brown. And I want you to watch how shading that edge gives us that dimensional look. Isn't that beautiful? Let me make sure I'm still on camera. I don't know where Maddie went. Now, what I want you to see is on the round pieces of wood, which are the legs, I've shaded on one side. See that? On these square parts of wood, I went on both sides, just to emphasize this. Coloring furiously. Look how pretty that is, guys. And then of course, you want to put on your land masses, right? And I don't want anybody asking me what continent that is. It's the continent of ILene. That's what that is. Oops. All right, very thin pen. Once I'm happy with it, so we've got a little bit on our globe. And I'm going to use, it just happens to be an alcohol marker. I'm not doing this for a specific reason, other than the fact that this light blue happened to be close by. Not too shabby. Oh, come on, guys. Somebody give me credit for this looking half decent. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Island of ILene is beautiful. Thank you, Maddie and Dorothy. And then you want to go ahead and color your land masses. And I'm going to blend this because I want to do something a little more with it. Now, in all seriousness, would you guys have done this with the globe? And then I'm going to go ahead and put some green on here. Guys, I can't say this enough. It is so worth it to do stuff like this. Yeah, agreed, Wanda. I find it odd that an artist would draw a globe but not finish it. Exactly. I was really surprised as well. Okay, and now I'm going to take a darker blue marker, and this is where you want to gently smudge with your finger. Everybody see how terrific that looks? Oh, love it. There you go. Please, guys, think of these details. And I just drew a squiggly line and came back up and came back over. Not difficult, right? Please think of doing this stuff. Okay. And since we did the railing the lighter brown, I'm going to go ahead and do the same with the furniture. But I am not going to put the etch marks in it. Now again, another little detail that's missing. See, it's on these books, but not on these. Zoom in. one little squiggle line on the books to make it more authentic. And I'm going to go ahead and put my little curve marks on here like you'd see on a book. And the other thing, Sandy just brought up what I'm going to do. There you go. So you draw your circle. And put in your curved lines. And I promise that's all I'm going to put in there. I'm not going to get button crazy. Zoom out. And if you want to go ahead and put some folds in with your material, that's fine. And on this particular chair, I think I'm going to go ahead and add the front here. Now this, and same on this side. Oh my gosh, guys, much better. Zoom out. Is all of this making sense, folks, or am I driving you crazy? Sandy said she put some squiggles under my 2 buttons. I only put 1 button. That's cool. Okay. Zoom in. Okay. So Pearl says I would include the inside of the chair lens with that color. I'm sorry, I don't know, I don't understand what you're saying, Pearl. The center of the 3 legs of chair. Oh, and couch, the chair with buttons. So you're talking about down here and here. Is that what you're thinking? Which also makes me think that we should put a line here. No, the leg centers. Are you talking about here? Okay, let me give some thought to that. Oh, Wanda is saying like wooden inserts on the legs. Oh, there you go. There's a thought. Okay, now I want you to notice about the sofa. The seat line is missing. So I gotta put that in as well. And I'm going to continue the stripes down the side of this pillow. And notice that you need to curve them a little bit. And while I'm on the subject of this, I'm going to add stripes to this pillow because it gets lost behind the flowers. Much better. Sandy says add buttons. Okay, let me close this off. That seat does look a little lonely, doesn't it? Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and make these wood inserts. Thank you guys, that's an excellent idea. Zoom out. Maddie says she's got her snacks and her sharpened pencils. Zoom in. Zoom in. All right, so let's authenticate this wood. Don't you guys love it when I make up words? So what do you guys think about making all these additions and changes on the page? Mostly additions. Yeah, this picture really needed it. Maddie says she'd do it. Okay. Well, guys, the biggest thing here that I want you to pick up on, I mean, obviously this picture needed it, but I also zoom in, I also want you to be willing to do it on pictures that don't need to be fixed, that you're adding your little extras to make it better. Now, the thing is that you don't want your extras to look like that they were made by you. You want them to come out naturally. Now, see how I'm coloring in the lattice work as well? I don't want you to make gratuitous additions to your pieces. Zoom out. Zoom out. And as you also notice, everything now is starting to come together, right? Okay. I don't want you to be frustrated with your pieces. Let's see. Zoom in. Got a little space here I missed with the brown. And I also don't want you kicking yourself for your decisions. All right, I'm going to color a couple more things on this. Oh, there you go. Pearl, yeah. Yeah, and this is kind of weird because the cushion's sitting on the chair, but see, it looks like there's a a bar there. So I don't know if the author intended that that be like a chunk of wood right there. And again, guys, there are just some things that you have to make decisions on it, and you go with it, and that's it. All right, let's get one of these cushions colored and then we'll go from there. So are you guys learning some things tonight that you'll use? And don't say yes just to say yes, please. All right, so let me put this, make that a little darker, just to set my tones here. Hold on one second. Okay. Now notice the white spots in this chair. That can happen for various reasons. It could be your paper, be your pencil, could be paper and pencil. And that's why I don't ever want you getting frustrated with your pencils or your projects, because there's so many reasons why something could not quite come out the way that you anticipated. Zoom in. Zoom in. There we go. So let's go ahead and get this smoothed out. And again, I've been sticking mostly to colored pencils. You could remember, you can use your eye swab applicators and use eyeshadow for these colors, gelatos, if you want. Well, sometimes it's bad coloring, but you know, that's where you learn. Okay. I really like that globe I did for you guys. I don't know why. You ever have a piece that you just really like? Okay. My aqua blue water-based marker on this one. And then I'm going to use, Sandy said she tried to use your slice knife. Does it not work as well with colored pencils? Are you asking or stating? Your etching tends to work better with your markers. Yeah, that can happen sometime. And that also could depend on the pencil brand. You've got to start very lightly with it and experiment. So I'm working with my purples and my blues. I love these aqua. And I love the orange in the aqua. It makes me think of a beach towel. Guys, when you're testing, when you're using something new like your slice knife, please test it out on a scrap page. La-da-dum. Okay, give me a second here while I pick out my purple that I want. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to darken in around my buttons. Oh, you guys will laugh at this story. I was watching, I like to watch classic style movies. Let's see if we can get this better here for you. And it was in color. And the particular movie that I was watching had a picture. The scene was in a library. And it had one of these button chairs in it like this, you know, the leather style. You know what I'm talking about. And I found myself looking at how the buttons were indented. And it was really funny because with it being an older chair, the indents, it was leather, so the indents, of course, were darker. And not just by color, it almost looked like they were, you know, there was black in them. But it just struck me funny because it made me think of my coloring. But I will say this, is coloring has made me very aware of things as I look at them. And it should you as well. So yeah, I think about you guys a lot. Oh my. Okay. So I'm going to put a couple little doohickeys on here. Now this looks weird right now with these little stars. I truly am going somewhere with this. So Sandy says since I'm new, I draw in with pencil first in case I need to fix, which I did have to do. Yeah, exactly. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that because what it does is it makes your pieces better. I wish more people would do it. Now, and actually, Sandy, it has nothing to do with being new. I do it And I'm not new. Okay, now we've got a funky looking chair with little spiders all over it. So what I'm going to do now is start shading in my fabric. No buttons on the cushion. No. And then I'm going to put a little shadow underneath that pillow here. And everybody see now how this cushion is really starting to take shape with a little bit of shading. And Pearly, thank you for that idea about the wood on the front. I love it. Zoom out. Okay, now this is where you can start deciding where you want to make your little fabric imperfections. And notice on the seat how I'm going ahead and putting this, making it a little darker right here. And just play around with the shading, guys. And notice where I'm holding my pencil near the back end so that I don't get crazy with pressure. Remember, it's the repeated strokes that make your shading and not your pressure on there. If you want to eat through your pencils by pushing really hard on them, that's fine. Totally up to you. Okay. Medium to a dark gray. on the edges. Now, one thing that you got to watch out for, and it depends on your pencil brands, if you start getting little wax spots on your piece, that means you've gotten to the point that the paper can no longer absorb your pencil. It's literally just getting shoved around on top. And you'll get what's called a wax bloom. All right, my timer just went off, but I still want to do one more thing. I'm going to go ahead and shade very lightly next to my buttons. And I'm going to do it on one side. Zoom in, zoom in. And this is where you're getting the accumulated dirt and wear from the years. Now you don't need a lot, okay? Everybody see now how that's looking? Don't get stupid with it. And in this case, less is more, okay? So if you want to show your age on your chair, this is what you need to do. Okay, the couch, Pearl says, ILene, the couch is a pillow behind the flowers, right? Couch and pillow should be the same color as the chair and the pillow. Okay. All right, everybody see how I'm getting that dimension on the dimension on these buttons? Zoom out. And then this is where you go back with your purple and just play around with your shading now to complement those darker buttons. Everybody see that? Because now that lightness in the chair that I had, or at least the quantity of the lighter that I had, looks weird because my buttons are darker. And again, holding my pencil towards the end. Going ahead and shading in the seating area right here a little bit. Boom. Zoom out. And this is where sometimes I'll smudge with my finger. I don't mind because all these colors are really working together. And we'll get that smoothed out. Questions, comments, what do you think? So let me go ahead and color up this pillow real quick. I'm just going to put in my basics on the pillow. And that'll remind me to do it the same. Because if I don't, I think Pearly would kill me. Zoom in. Zoom in. Pearly would reach through that screen and just smack me silly. Maddie says I want to go to ILene Island. Yeah, that would be fun. Okay, now I'm not going to do up the couch. I'm just doing the pillow for my colors. There you go. Zoom in. Questions, comments? My ear opened up. Yay. Zoom out. Have fun with this, guys, really. I'm just taking my marker and pumping up this color just a little bit. Thank you, Maddie. I'm glad my ear opened up too. All right, now listen, guys. I don't want you to look on all these fixes as burdens, because they also become additions, and it makes it uniquely yours. Good night, Pearl. Pearl, I'm going to hop over to this piece for a while just to let you know. Zoom out. There we go. Let me grab some water and we'll change up. Now, I want you guys to notice something. I was looking at this and my yellow is brighter right in here, so I'm going to have to even that out. So it's stuff like this that you can make minor little corrections on. While you're working on your pieces. And the other thing I want you to notice is we've got the purple up here and the purple down here, which really brings this piece together. And the purple and blue go together, the yellow, orange, and red go together. So we've got a whole bunch of colors that are working very well together. Having said that, I don't want you guys getting fussy and worrying about your colors, because that's where you guys start panicking and thinking stuff doesn't look good. As you're coloring, you will innately get to the point that this stuff comes together and it makes sense. Yeah, isn't that globe great? I love it too. Nice picture, ILene, but we all love the globe. Okay. Oh, yeah. So we don't have much more to do on this. Oh. Before I pop off it though, zoom in. I gotta fix this. So this is what was bothering me. And what you want to do to fix something like this, you cannot really color over. Zoom in. Zoom in. You can't really color over that Arteza stuff with a pencil because you'll literally peel it off the paper. So you have to take a marker and dab in your color. Does that make sense? Okay. And then I'm going to do the same with this side. Sorry for ripping you around the view here. So I'm dabbing over my white pen so I don't pull it up with the tip of the colored pencil. And sometimes you have to dab over it 2 or 3 times. But you'll eventually get there. Oh, much better. Zoom out. Zoom out. And we may even have to go back again after this dries. We'll see. But does that not look better now that we've got that angled support? I think it does. Uh-oh, white tree limb. There it is. I see it. Thank you. Got it. Zoom out. Don't you guys think that looks better now? Zoom out. Zoom out. I don't know. I think it does. I think it makes more sense now instead of just having it cut off at the top. I know, Wanda, those posts were driving me friggin' crazy. I'm telling you. And I actually see one more thing that needs fixing, but I'm not going to do it tonight because I want to get on my other piece. Zoom in. Do you see where this line here ends? I'm going to extend the line and then make that the light bamboo color because that's driving me crazy as well. We'll see if I can get away with that. Oh my gosh, look at that. Does that not look better, guys? I'm sorry, guys. That was just driving me absolutely bonkers. And again, just to emphasize, just taking a pen and drawing a little line. Is it just me, guys, or do you think that looks better now? Now, keep in mind that I did that part in marker. So what you do is you erase what you can and then go back over with your color. Oh my gosh, yes. Zoom out. Driving me crazy. And the whole object lesson is don't be afraid to fix this stuff, guys. You can do it. Okay? All right, so everything logistically makes more sense. There we go. Okay. Zoom out. There we go. And I hope you've been enjoying this project. All right, let's throw some color on this one now. And I'm really enjoying showing you this stuff, guys. I hope you're enjoying seeing it, and I hope you're getting something out of it. Okay. Zoom in. So I was playing around with my pumpkin last night, and then I popped back over to the chair. So I'm using my marker, and this is where, remember, I put my marker on and I immediately blend it in with my finger. And the reason that it works is because that marker is still wet. Zoom in. Now, when I'm doing the area down near the bottom of the pumpkin, I'm putting my color on and I'm pushing up so I don't get into my apples here. So just please keep that in mind as well. Zoom in. So we'll go ahead and put some green on the stem. And while I've got the green in my hand, I'm going to go ahead and do the other stem as well. And then I'm going to pop in some brown. And I want you to think about or look at pictures of pumpkins, okay? Now, I've got a color called rust orange. And I'm going to work on these divots. And I want you to remember that as you're layering these colors, I'm putting this rust orange on top of basically a standard orange. And it's coming out a really neat color. I don't want you coloring areas with just one color, right? How many times have I said that? So start off with 2, and if you feel that you want to add a 3rd, go ahead. $5,980. Is that only the amount of times I've said that, Maddie? Doggone it, I'm slipping. Sandy says, can you blend in between colors or do you blend after all? You absolutely can blend in between colors. And I do it a lot. I do it a lot on my base color. It's so funny, I accidentally erased right there on my wine glass, but I think it looks kind of cool, so I'm going to leave it. Sherry. And that's right, Sherry does both. You can blend before and after. You can blend before and not after. It just depends what effect you want. And now I'm going to take a little bit of white and I'm going to put in just a little bit of highlight on my curvy parts of my orange. I'm sorry, pumpkin. And Sherry's correct. You learn your own way as you go along and learn your pencils. Is that song from Forrest Gump? I don't think so. Now, if you feel like your highlights are a little much, you can go ahead and fix with your pencils. Now, I'm going to take a little bit of brown and I'm going to darken near the stem, oh, that's wobbly, near the stem of the pumpkin, right? Doesn't that look cool? Zoom out. Zoom out. Zoom out. There you go. I didn't realize that this tune that I'm playing was from anything. All right, what do you guys think of the pumpkin? Now, this next pumpkin, I'm just going to go ahead and put in some orange shading, a little darker in the middle. And this is where I want you to be very careful not to, what? What do I always tell you guys? When you're doing two items, two of the same items. Press too hard is one of them, yep. And when you've got two of the same item, you don't want to repeat exactly what you did on the first, on the second, right? Right, don't use the same, change up the color, yep. The pattern, the color, whatever. So I'm going to stop right there and leave that one lighter. Okie dokie smoky. zoom out. Now we've got a lot of oranges and reds, so we need to come in with some alternatives here. So let me see what we can do with colors with that. La, da, da, da. La, da, da. Okay. I'm going to pop over to a Dorothy, you back? Or have you been watching all this time? Rhonda, I think I'm going to go with a bluish green. Zoom in. Zoom in. Oh, that's cool, Dorothy. Zoom in. Oh, Maddie, you finished your Color Morphia cat. Okay. Now, Sandra, you were asking about alcohol markers. That's what this is here. And I want you to see how vivid this green is. And ideally, if you can go up and down your piece the full distance, and try not to overlap too much. You'll get a nice looking piece. Now, one of the things that I also found, guys, that I'm showing you right now Sometimes I'll just go in circles like this to see if that'll make a difference. It depends. And remember that I told you if you get spotty colors with your alcohol markers, all you have to do is get comparable pencils and fix it. Your other option is to go back over with your same marker, keeping in mind that that's going to darken your whole piece. Dorothy, everybody has streaky problems. So what were you saying was the great idea, the pencil? It works beautifully, it really does. There we go. Now, that's going to bleed through, and that's why you can't use alcohol markers on double-sided pages. It's a really, really good solution, Dorothy. It gets those streak marks out of there. Do watercolors bleed? You mean water-based markers? Usually they don't, but you should always check your paper and test it. Zoom out. Now, I think that this is part of... Oh, no, it isn't. It's a chair. Okay. Zoom in. Zoom in. And what I want you to see about your your alcohol markers is the colors are very rich. And I have no idea what this little area is here, right here. Doggone it, I hate that. So I'm just going to sit tight until I can figure that out. Now, the thing I want you to notice too is I'm taking a second pass with my marker, and that's making wherever I go darker. So if you want to shade just a little bit, and that's what I'm doing with the center, take a second pass. Zoom out. Zoom out. Zoom in. Zoom in. Okay, now the bead, I'm going to go ahead and make that a light blue. And I've gone back to my water-based markers to do that. Because it's lighter and more delicate, for lack of a better word. And again, if you want a slightly darker tint of that color, you just go back over it. Zoom out. Zoom out. There we go, so far. Haven't decided yet what I'm going to do with the hat. And interestingly enough, I haven't really decided. Well, let's see what we can do here. Zoom in. Zoom in. Now, I'm not going to do the typical red checker here. On the tablecloth. Totally up to you, of course. Oh, Dorothy, good night. I'm about to sign off as well, sweetie. Congratulations again on your new grandbaby. Luca, right? You take care and thank you so much for joining. Zoom out. And you're from Minnesota, but you're in Ohio right now. All right, let me do a couple more things here and then I'm out of here as well. Oh, it's wonderful having all these new members coming in. And there are people watching. So I'm going to go ahead and just put an orange on top of this and smear it on there. Blend it. I really should say blend. And this is where you're going to start getting your unique colors. Okay, and then one last thing, and then I'm calling it a night. So I'm going to use a rust orange. Zoom in. pencil. For my colors. Now again, I don't want you to freak out having to remember what these colors were. What I want you to see is, and the point that I'm making, is you can use a combination of marker and pencil to make some really neat colors. So I had the bright yellow tamped down with orange. And highlighted with this rust orange. You may want to try different combinations. Please do. Good night, Sandy. Like I said, I'm about to leave. Do not get thrown by these layering of colors, guys. These colors that you put on in multiple layers are like a cornucopia for your eyeballs. Because your brain is seeing all these colors. Okay. Zoom out. I'm an ever-ready battery. Zoom out. Okay, guys, that's where we are. Now, we've got a little bit of streaking on this green. I'm not even going to worry about it because I'm still going to be working with my colors to give us depth. But I hope you see how everything's coming together. And the thing is, with this green now on the cloak, that's a good question, Wanda. In which case that table runner would be right where the tip of where the end of my pencil is. And then there's some other things blocking it here. This is a platter here. Oh, wait a minute. Wanda, look. Zoom in. Okay, Wanda. Here's the cake holder, and here's the base of it. And so that table runner is going to be blocked by everything that's on the table. So the base is blocking it. And then we've got a cheese plate here. Because I was wondering that myself, is why we had, you know, these little cloth things. Do you concur with my analysis? But yeah, because there's the bottom of the cake holder. Here's the plate, because I was going to draw the line through here. Zoom in. You guys thinking the same thing I am? And here's the 2 plates of cheese. I think that's it. Rhonda? Yeah. And Sherry says the chair is pushing it in. Exactly. And for that matter, the chair is pushing this one in. And then here's the other leg of that chair. So this is chair here. This is chair. I'm not sure what this is right here. With this line in here, that's why I left it. Unless that's also the part of the cloak that's draped across the chair. Okay, so here's the chair here, right in between. Yeah, we'll make it the chair. I'll color it up brown. That's why I say, guys, if you ever hit an area that you're not sure of, just pull away from it. So this is chair, this is chair. Yeah. And I may even put a light brown on there when I'm off camera, just to tint it. Zoom out. Zoom out. It's a puzzle and a picture, yeah. Okay, guys, well, I'm gonna call it an evening. And that's what you guys need to do too when you've got this kind of picture, is figure it out, tint what you think it is, and then go from there. Okay, guys, I'm really enjoying doing this for you. I hope you're enjoying it, and we will get this all figured out. And if I ever have Teresa Goodrich in as a guest, for gosh sakes, mum's the word. Oh yeah. Okay, guys. Guys, joyous coloring. Love you guys. It does feel better. It opened up. My ear opened up. And guys, be kind to each other, okay? All right, love you bunches. Take care. Have a good rest of the evening. And I will see you tomorrow night, same time, same place. Bye.